remember? Fit is a fixed line. However, it is not considered foolish to resist it. It's never too late to resign oneself to one's fate, even from beyond the grave. Yeah, that's it. Master's so cool!
Hey, what's going on, folks? Captain Forrest here. Hope you guys had a really good New Year's. I'm back, another video. Today I'm going to be power scaling Menat from Street Fighter. She's one of the newer characters from the recent game, of course, Street Fighter V. She obtained some new feats in scaling through her newest comic. If you guys want to check that out, I might leave it in the description if you guys are interested to read that. Really good read. She's also got some good feats in the comic, really good showings, and of course in the games too, with some of her abilities she displays as a character. Also, with the latest acquired information, I will go over all of her. I'll go over her scaling, her hexes, her abilities. Also, in terms of her backstory, it's kind of murky. There isn't too much backstory on her, so I can't really give you guys the full backstory on Menat. So I'm gonna have to skip that part. But definitely, if she gets more feats, if she gets some more statements and more stuff, and more story, definitely go over that in the future. But with that being said, I'm going to go right into the scaling. So I'm going to start off with her attack potency. So for Menat, she's around Universal Plus in terms of attack potency. Her main use of her power is called Soul Power, which is a spiritual energy that permeates the universe. And the Street Fighter universe is stated to be infinite. This was a statement I found from the Street Fighter V website. This is canon, by the way. It's from the official Street Fighter game, and also the laws that are explained throughout the side stories, of course. So if you guys want links to that, I'll happily leave that in the description. Menat was able to block an attack from Bison. This is the same Bison himself who can tap into the Universal Plus power. He can tap into this Soul Power energy, but he can also convert it into negative Ki, which is basically Psycho Power, which is the same as Soul Power, but it's just a negative, evil, corrupt version of it. And he can tap into this universal power which permeates the Street Fighter universe. Menat herself is able to tap into this universal energy that binds reality, as she's linked to it. Menat can connect her mind to the universe. She even states that the flow of Soul Power has been disturbed, which is more supporting evidence that Soul Power permeates the Street Fighter universe. So she can sense it, and she can connect her mind to the actual universe itself. So this proves that she has Universal Plus AP durability with her soul, with her crystal orb and her soul powers, and of course being able to connect her mind on that level, which is very impressive. So let's go on to Menat's speed. For the low end stuff, she should be massively hypersonic plus. Scaling to Kami, she was able to dodge Necro's lightning. But if you want to do some upscaling, the characters in Street Fighter, even the mid tiers, you can upscale their speed to immeasurable. Since the mid tier characters like 12, who was able to take control of Gal's body, he was able to react and hurt Ryu, who scales to Chun-Li, as Chun-Li remembers all the events that occurred in the Darkstalker universe, where she got her fat amp and got stronger, and she was able to hurt Jeddah. And Ryu himself got stronger when he obtained his Shin Ryu form when he was fighting Gil, which shows he had immeasurable speed, because he was able to fight this same Chun-Li that got a lot stronger, and she retained those amps throughout the Darkstalker story. And Ryu was able to swap with Chun-Li when they were fighting each other, and this is the same Chun-Li that can blitz the likes of Jeddah, who himself he's able to move around he's able to move around outside of space and time, and characters like Guile and Jury were able to dodge attacks from 12. 12s are literally clones of each other's. They're like these makeshift clones that the the cult society made, which Gil and Urian were experimenting on. And Jury and Guile can like react to these. Chun-Li has bodied a 12 before as well, and Guile has also destroyed a 12 clone as well. And that's where we get like the immeasurable speed scaling, because the clone was able to hurt Ryu and do quite well in their fight during the party. So that's where you can get the upscaling for the immeasurable speed. A lot of the characters like Cammy, like E Honda, Vega, a lot of those characters in the comics, they can all scale to this because they've all fought each other, and they've both like been able to body like 12s and react to each other, so they all kind of scale to each other in terms of speed. So that's pretty much it for the speed scaling. I'm gonna go right into the abilities. So Menat, being a fortune teller, she has precognition. She can see past, present, and future events, as she can peer she can peer through time and space itself with her mind. When she foresaw the events of the future, she warns others of future predictions. For example, she forewarned Ed, telling him she senses like a bright future for him. She saw Bison's fate and warned him of like the events that would take place throughout the Street Fighter V story. She also like went to go and warn like Oro about the events, but Oro has precognition anyway, so he knew what was going to happen. So yeah, those are just some showings. She's also shown to use precog in battle, even when she's off guard. She was able to dodge like an attack from like a cannon when she was inside the Shadowloo like plane. So she's shown to use precognition in battle, which is very impressive. Menat also has enhanced senses and cosmic awareness, as she can feel soul power resonating around her, which proves the Universal Plus statement, of course, that soul power is universal. It's infinite. It permeates the whole universe. She was able to sense where Bison was, so she has like spiritual awareness and senses. So she can sense souls. She was able to sense Bison when he was where he was hiding, despite the fact that Fang created an invasive measure, such as making the ship that Bison was on invisible to radar and satellite, and she was able to bypass like Fang's defenses, like conventional defenses, which are stated to be impenetrable. Menat also has spiritual awareness, as I mentioned. She can also interact with souls. Menat has resistance to fate manipulation, which is pretty good. She's able to see like steps ahead into the future, and she can like, and because of being able to see steps ahead into the future, she can like avoid certain actions so that the events do not transpire. Menat's primary ability is her use of her soul power, which also affects you physically, mentally, and spiritually. Menat was able to block Bison's Psycho Blast, which has psycho powers. With his psycho powers, Bison, his own like psycho power affects you on all 3 layers. Also, he's stated that he's broken down people's bodies and their souls down when he was beating up Ryu. He's also like brainwashed and controlled people with his psycho powers, which is why he has his like characters like Killer Bee being under his mind control and his brainwashing, and just mentally destroy people. Alright, onto like some of her equipment. So her totem, aka her choice of weapon, is her crystal ball, as psychic users that are taught under Rose can use any weapon of their choosing. She does have a lot of experience with using her crystal ball and her soul powers, because she was taught by Rose how to use her abilities, which is a good experience and skill feat. She can create spiritual barriers and use like attack reflection and reflect back attacks at her foes via soul reflect. She can also use wisdom of Thoth. She summons 6 soul orbs which fire towards her foes, and she can also use the prophecy of Thoth, which she summons 6 orbs which she can fire at her foes from the air, and it also has tracking, and she can conjure up as many balls as she wants. And they're all spiritual, they're all effectual in all 3 layers. The move called Left Eye of the Lion, which is basically a teleportation technique, which allows her to teleport from far distances. Soul Spear allows her to move her foes around with her crystal ball, and she can set up for an attack via telekinesis by using her foes, by pulling her foes into her and then bashing them in the face with her crystal orb. She can also do it to foes who are airborne, who like to fly. She can just use her telekinesis with the crystal orb and make them crash and burn and just hit the ground and plummet. And she can also use her telekinesis from far distances to destroy objects. And if you argue out of character, she can rip people to shreds even. Guardian of the Sun, it allows Menat to catch airborne foes with her orb and then blast them away with soul energy. And then Soul Spark, Menat can create her crystal orb to explode. She can cause it to explode and hit her enemies with this spiritual explosion. Her orb also instantly regenerates itself and reappears after it blows up, so it's very good against catching people in a small area of effects. Soul Spiral, this is a ability Rose uses, but Menat basically, because Menat is like an apprentice, she pretty much picks up a lot of Rose's moves, but uses her moves in her own efficient way. So Rose usually uses a scarf and punches her opponent with it like a drill, whereas Menat, she will create this soul energy around her palm and with the crystal ball, and she will shove the crystal ball in your face and lunge at you to hit you with this spiritual attack, which is pretty impressive. Menat, she can even BFR objects. Menat can BFR weapons away. She even states that she can BFR objects away with her orb if she wishes to. When she was practicing with one of the other apprentices, she was going to BFR his yo-yo because he kept trying to attack her with it. Menat can also seal you. She has some sealing hacks. She can seal objects and souls inside of a crystal ball, which is very impressive. She can also create spiritual barriers to block physical, spiritual, and mental attacks. She also blocked out Fang's poison mist, and Fang's poison is strong enough to vaporize you into small purple crystals. So she can even block the most potent of poisons. And then of course, for the rest of her abilities, the last of it, the Nefertum, Menat summons her foe. She surrounds her foe with soul energy, and she performs this spiritual dance, and she attacks her foe from all sides. Just an onslaught of soul attacks, and just basically just destroys them. And then to round up the video, she does has the ability to resurrect people by performing a blood ritual. She was able to revive Rose from the dead, and giving Rose form after she found half of Rose's soul inside of Bison, which is pretty impressive. But yes, folks, that's pretty much it for Menat. She's a very cool and cute mystical character. I wanted to do Street Fighter video on this channel. It's been a while since I've done any Street Fighter content, so I wanted to kind of branch off a bit. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've got more videos coming soon. Got some more Marvel videos and some other videos from other verses. But yes, folks, hope you guys have a good New Year's, and I really do hope everything turns out well for everyone. Captain Forrest signing out. If you guys like me, you know what to do. Subscribe for further content. Until next time, peace.